The complaint against a longtime Fort Worth veterinarian alleges some of the animals the owners believed were euthanized were actually kept alive. The accusers told investigators the vet wanted the animals, and this is tough to hear, but wanted the animals for their blood. Brandon Todd is in Fort Worth with that animal cruelty investigation. Brandon.
Well, Heather, this is such an odd case because this is one of the most popular animal clinics in Fort Worth, and this is involving one of the most well-known and well-respected veterinarians in all of North Texas. And now, after some bizarre allegations, his medical license is at stake.
The betrayal is so incredibly intense.
Police and medical board investigators raided the Camp Bowie Animal Clinic. They were acting on a complaint filed by Marion Harris against the doctor here, Lou Tierce. The Harris family took their 170-pound Leonberger named Sid to Dr. Tierce in May of last year. In October, the family was told Sid had a congenital birth defect. According to the complaint filed with the Texas State Board of Veterinary Medical Examiners, Mr. Harris asked whether there was anything that could be done to cure this condition, and Dr. Tierce restated that nothing could be done and Sid would have to be put down. Mrs. Harris even brought her son to the clinic to say goodbye to Sid.
And so I brought him in, we had our tearful goodbyes, and we went over very specifically our plans for burial of Sid, and that was the end of it.
Former clinic employee Mary Brewer says she was working there when Sid was allegedly supposed to be euthanized. But 6 months later, she says she saw Sid alive and gave the Harris family the disturbing news.
I remember coming in and them extracting blood from Sid and basically shaving down, extracting his blood and for the other animal upstairs.
According to the complaint, the clinic was using Sid and other dogs for blood transfusions and other experimental treatments. Harris actually managed to steal her dog back and then confronted Dr. Tierce.
He said, I didn't put him down because my staff said they would quit if I did. And so we kind of felt like that was an admission of knowing what our intentions had been and willfully not following them.
According to the complaint, another veterinarian examined Sid and determined that, among other things, he had mange and shows definite signs of having been used for blood transfusions. Brewer says there was a cat that Dr. Tierce was supposed to put down.
He was brought in to be euthanized because he had an abscess in his mouth and he couldn't eat. And Dr. Tierce changed his name to Grayling, had us put him in the dog ward, and left him there. And this time that I came back in 2013, he's still there.
Ma'am, would you like to comment on any of the allegations?
His wife only shook her head when we asked her. But as word of the investigation spread, several clients came to the clinic to support Tierce, including this woman who said we were harassing the doctor. We're reporting on the investigation, so that's not really us. Not really us.
He's not known to get much sleep at night, and he can be pretty grumpy with people, but he's damn good with the animals.
I have faith in Dr. Tierce. I'm not worried that he's doing anything wrong.
Fort Worth Animal Services did take 2 dogs away from the clinic. The attorney for Mrs. Harris told me that in an email that he was told by the state investigator that the findings inside the clinic today were consistent with what the former employee was alleging about Dr. Tierce. However, the investigators did not independently confirm that with us. Heather.
All right, so Brandon, no arrests today. What happens next?
Well, right now the State Board of Veterinary Medical Examiners will hold an emergency meeting next week regarding this case. Also, that investigator that I mentioned who was here will meet with the Fort Worth Police Department and the district attorney tomorrow morning and discuss the possibility of any criminal charges. Heather?
All right, Brandon Todd, live tonight. Thank you.